We've got Dianna Russini. She's a senior NFL writer for The Athletic. She's got a podcast, Scoop City, which I hear is very popular. She was with us earlier this week from the owners' meetings. A lot of good information coming out of there. She's loaded with good information. But Dianna, I have to start you here because Chris ended the last segment, Chris Cody did, with a very difficult question that nobody had a really solid answer to.
She's going to love this.
So I'm going to have him set it up for you and see what you think here.
Diane, I usually wake up around 6 a.m. to get out of bed, 6:30. I had to shower this morning, had bowling last night. You know the routine. You got to just shower in the morning. So I wake up at 4:30.
No, pause. Is that the routine, Dianna? You get a little sweaty at bowling, so you wait till the next morning to shower?
I wasn't sure if he said bowling, but he said bowling, right?
He did.
First of all, I don't know how sweaty you're getting at bowling, Izzy. I wouldn't say I was sweating at bowling.
All right.
Well, you use one of those little fans right over where collect the ball. That
I do
helps
put my
you
hand
with.
there. I do put my hand there.
It feels
You're wearing
nice.
those shoes,
It does,
though.
yeah.
You're wearing those shoes, though.
It's an underrated feeling.
What do the shoes have to do with me sweating?
Finish your
Because everybody
story,
else
though.
is
You don't think I have my own shoes, Roy? Come on.
So Dirty Chris.
The question is, do I think it's disgusting that you went to bed after bowling at a public place where people are touching bowling balls?
Oh, enough.
That's the first question.
Oh, yeah, Izzy, you shower every single time you go home.
Everyone slow down. Yes, that is the first question, Dianna. Please answer that question. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty disgusting that you didn't take a shower last night before you got in your bed.
Here's part two, then.
Now finish the story, Chris.
Okay, so I wake up at 4:30, and I'm like, okay, I got to get up at 6, so I get up to pee, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get this out of the way. I'm going to shower at 4:30. I'm going to brush my teeth, and then I got done around 4:45, get back into bed. I got like an hour 15 to go back to sleep. So I wake up at like 6. The question is, do I have to brush my teeth again? Still taste the toothpaste from an hour and 15 minutes ago.
And you would say that rest that you got after the shower, did you get into a good deep REM sleep?
Delightful sleep, I'd say.
Yeah.
A delightful, oh, then definitely.
But I tasted
your mouth
the
is
toothpaste.
just think about it. Your mouth is closed, probably. Well, it depends on how you sleep.
No, I'm like,
I told you about that. I told you all you got to do is tell your body not today and breathe through your nose, and then you do it. You did it for a while, and then you stopped.
but I'm like
Why?
this.
I guess I think of I just flew back from Atlanta, and it was only a 2-hour flight.
That's a great call.
If that. And the guy next to me was pleasant and nice, and I was talking to him when we took off, and he fell asleep. And he finished the conversation with me when we landed, and his breath stunk. It was only a quick flight. And it wasn't a stink like an Italian hero or like a tuna sandwich.
Right.
It was that sleep breath. Everyone knows that sleep breath.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
That is such a great call, Dianna. Now, most of the times it's on red eye, but there have been other times, man, I am sweating today. There's been other times.
You should go shower right now. It's disgusting. You're gross. How do you even come here while you're sweating?
You get off a plane, Dianna, and you're walking toward the front if you don't sit in the front like Dan, and you just get whiffs of bad breath smell, and it's just like, yeah, this answers the question, I think, officially, Chris. You absolutely should have brushed your teeth.
Yeah, it's the sleep breath. Just a little mouthwash, swish it around a little bit. So you didn't. You just got up, started your day.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Roy smelled my breath. He said it's fine.
I did not.
So what were you doing then?
I
Just
bet you
sitting
that Mike stinks.
here, looking at Otani stats.
The last time we left you were at the owners
You okay?
meeting. No, I don't know what happened there. I'm laughing at Chris. It's amazing that you woke up. Really, the amazing part of all of this is that you took a shower at 4:30 and went back to bed.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is because that is impossible. Okay,
I did it.
but I want to talk to Dianna because the last time we left her, she was at the NFL owners meetings. Her real job got in the way, and she had to leave us. And so I am wondering how this Devonte Adams trade came to fruition here.
Yeah, I feel like the last few appearances have been a bit of a train wreck here. I was a little hesitant to hopping back on because you guys have now become the show that I am on when news is breaking. So I'm on. I don't want to deal with news today. Like I just need like a couple hours.
Yeah.
So please, no jokes, guys. Just like keep me alert. Right, I'm focused on the camera. I'm not gonna look at my phone.
Okay.
But just if it's serious, break in and don't mess with me because I'm just not in a good state.
I was going to have Chris hit the sounder, but your face really looks like you're in a bad state. Like you would fall apart if you heard it again.
Well, Izzy, you know what it was? I went back and watched when I was on with you guys, because in the moment I remember thinking, oh, that felt really urgent. I just told them that the Davante Adams trade happened. I was able to give them some intel that Davante was in the building, and I was working in real time. But if you go back and look at that video, I look like I'm freaked out, like someone has a gun to my head. My eyes are bigger than a deer in the headlights. And it's just my self-awareness is so off because I didn't think I sounded or looked like that, but it was a horrible appearance. I felt so bad. I reached out to everyone on the show to apologize because it was so insane, but there was a lot going on. I was in the lobby of the hotel where all the owners were coming in. The Davante Adams story breaks. Woody Johnson's in there. It was very chaotic, and I did not carry it well.
It was the face of a reporter, Dianna. If I were to ever imagine the face of a panicked reporter, it was that. You were just doing your job.
But I didn't know I worked like that. That's why I'm upset about it. I thought I was like a duck and my legs were moving really quick, but I'm smooth. Guess what I'm not? I am not smooth. I'm just a tornado. I'm literally a Tasmanian devil. I got my batteries, my wires, my cell phone, but then just my face in general looks freaked out. So I'm going to work on that and just try to do a better job of faking it maybe. Because look, it's an adrenaline rush. And especially when you can't work because you're doing another job, which is this awesome show. I kept getting stressed that I was going to get beat on little nuggets that were happening in that moment with the Davante Adams trade. So now to your question, Stu, he's in New York. Everyone seems happy. Aaron Rodgers gets his guy. And Woody was not going to mess this up. He was not going to let this deal fall through, which is why when I got the tip on Monday night that it was happening for real and Davante was getting on a plane, I thought it was just so wild how automatic this thing was. Even though the Steelers and the Saints were in on it, the Bills were lurking, the Jets wanted to make sure they were going to give Aaron everything he absolutely wanted. And Woody confirmed it.
Which owner has the worst breath?
Great question.
Thank you.
God, it is such a good question because I did go up to a lot of them, and you worry about yourself first, right? Because in that situation, I try not to remember that the person I'm talking to is worth, I don't know, $20 billion in most cases. And I try to treat them as human as possible. So I've actually done that in my mind where how can I humanize them? And I just imagine them like going to the bathroom or doing something that I do, like parallel parking, like do something that I do, which we know that's not what they're doing. They have drivers and private jets
but it's David Tepper.
So David Tepper did not, he was not there actually. He was not there. I was looking for him. I like talking to him. He's actually, I've enjoyed my interactions with David and Nicole Tepper there. Nicole Tepper especially is awesome. If the question was, who would you want to hang out with of the owners, it would be Nicole Tepper. No one even comes close. So I don't know. I mean, I talked to Jerry and Jerry just kind of smells like old man.
Right.
You know, like not in a bad way.
Sure.
Just like.
There's no good way to smell like old man, Dianna.
It's like what your grandpa smells like. Like it's just.
Right. We know the smell.
Like you're like, oh, I know that smell.
Yeah.
Like,
they had their
are you
vitamins.
wearing a diaper?
They definitely had their medication. Like, like there was definitely that scent, but otherwise everything else about him is young in terms of how he carries himself. So I would look, I was an inch from Woody. I got stuck in Izzy, you know this, when you're in the scrum of reporters and the positioning of where you are is important,
Very important.
Not for the content, but just for your overall like comfort. Like I'm always the jerk that gets stuck like on one knee.
Yep.
Like holding it up. Just it's so uncomfortable.
I'm a big sweater, Diana. I don't know if you can see me right now, but if I put my hands up in the air,
you gotta
it
shower,
looks like
dude.
it looks like I've been playing basketball all day.
Gross.
I was always in a position where I was holding my arm up and you could see my sweat stain, or I'm just dripping sweat from my forehead because I'm like nervous that I'm in the middle of this pack.
Yes, and then of course the camera from the other networks is, it's on you, right? If you're not doing TV work, it's like, of course, I'm in the shot with my armpits up with a waterfall. And look, I'm sure this isn't breaking news to you guys, but I've never been in a scrum that doesn't stink. So someone smells, which, sports reporters working hard, stressed, drinking too much coffee, probably not exercising. There's a lot of issues there. But I worry about it a lot. Because I've been around so many stinky reporters that I could not imagine if that was me. And the thing is, it probably has been me at one point. So I just think we've come full circle on just body odor and hygiene here. Because I can tell you those scrums, that someone smells bad.
Philadelphia. Oh, no, it did not happen.
The world
What?
of the NFL.
No,
Actual, not joking,
no,
breaking news.
no,
Per
no.
Adam Schefter,
We can't do this to her.
The Tennessee Titans are granting the request of former Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams for his release. According to Schefter, he is healthy and looking forward to his next opportunity. Back to you, Diana.
Wait, why did you say the why did you say the Philadelphia Eagles?
I said the Tennessee Titans, did I not?
Yeah. Were you
Did someone
Stugotz.
say Eagles?
I was headed towards a Philadelphia Eagles
Okay,
question.
thank you.
That's what I heard.
They
I heard
broke
Eagles,
in
and
with a
that's
Tennessee
why
Titans.
you
said
sounded
Titans.
right.
I'm
But the
good.
Titan Jamal, that's not
Thought
a
I
big
got it
enough
wrong.
story for you. You're good, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
there.
Diana, no. I have to apologize. I have to apologize because I was just looking at her face the whole time.
We scared
and
her.
she was absolutely devastated.
She's okay
And
with
like
it.
those, Diana, don't watch this show back because those 30 seconds where you picked up your phone and you're like listening because you heard Eagles and you thought it was that serious. I'm telling you, it was the same look that you had on your face from a few days ago.
The Philly thing got me, and it's not because I think Philly's doing anything big right now. It's not like I don't know anything.
Right.
It was just more, oh
Bless
God,
you.
here we go. Knowing that they've got a big game, Saquon Barkley back up against the Giants, going home. And there's so much drama. I mean, this isn't happening from what I can gather, but I thought maybe that was going to be a Nick Sirianni firing. Or something.
I was wondering, your husband as an Eagles fan, does he side with Sirianni because I do, or does he side with the fans who want to fire Nick Sirianni?
Yeah, he's so beyond Nick Sirianni at this point.
Really?
But Kev does this thing where, like, he tries to be rational with me because I think he wants to show me that he is a smart fan and he is just a normal human being. So he like fights the demon of the lunacy. So he'll be like, God, what a clown, man! Like we need better. We need a guy in there. But then I'll look at him watching the YouTube things, and he'll watch everything Sirianni's doing and all the clips. And I think he's the dude that's commenting like, keep him. He knows what he's doing. I mean, Nick Sirianni kind of represents a lot of Philly in the best and worst ways, right?
Yes.
So much emotion, so much passion, but not great.
Yeah, but great, because he's the only coach in Eagles history that has taken his team to the playoffs his first 3 seasons, and they were a play away from winning the Super Bowl.
Look at the roster.
I understand that, but he did it. He was the coach. He was the guy in charge.
No, I don't have anything against Nick Sirianni. And what you just laid out is why Howie Roseman did not fire him.
Yes.
Right? Because of how do you fire a guy that's been to the playoffs that many times?
You can't.
You can't.
Right.
He's doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem with what he's doing is he is supposed to represent this organization. He is the CEO. They're the ones who use that. I don't even call him that. They call him the CEO because that was the job that they changed him to. They took him off play calling to make him that. You want your CEO barking at fans, talking trash to the players? There is no way Jeffrey Lurie likes that. There is no way. I don't care how open-minded Eagles fans are because of their passion. There's just no way that's good, which is why Nick Sirianni apologized the next day.
Diane, I think we can all agree. The moment he cut his hair in a bit of a desperation, I didn't like that. I thought that was a sign of weakness. He should have kept the hair because it feels like, hey, I need to change things up. I need to change the swag a little bit. So let me go with the buzz cut and see if that changes things. They won, obviously, against a terrible Cleveland Browns team, but I thought that was a sign of weakness.
Yeah, I don't know if swag was the word I used when I saw it. I definitely went more, oh, good.
I think
Things are so bad.
Tony, I think you're playing the results there.
Jess, Jess, how many times have you done that?
Not a lot.
Desperation haircut?
Oh,
Not
Buzz cut?
honestly, not a lot. But I was gonna say that the opposite of that with Eberflus growing the beard and growing out the hair. Everyone thought it looked really good, and then they played pretty bad their first couple games, and everyone's like, "That beard's stupid." And now the beard looks hot again. So you're playing the results.
yeah, the glow up, even like Ulbrich, like he's another one. Like I'm like, he's too put together to be a head coach. Like he's too clean.
And Dayball, he looks great.
Diana, I think it's consensus. There is nothing you can do to Nick Sirianni to make him look like a CEO. So they should probably lose the title or lose the coach.
Yeah, I don't know how this season's gonna shape up, but I don't think anyone in behind the scenes is going, yes, this is what we want to be about. I can tell you though, they're calmer there than we are about them, which Philly's pretty uptight about what people say about them. My co-host of Scoop City, Chase Daniel, was in Philly for a year, and he was telling me that Philly locker room has rabbit ears like no other team he's ever been on, and he's played on 7 different teams. He's like, they listen to everything everyone says about them. That's just like the culture, because it's how could you ignore it in Philly, right? It's so loud there. Everything they do is loud. It's the only city that could win a game against the Browns, and on Monday, WIP is screaming about how bad they are. And granted, I know it wasn't the best game for Philly, but the demands are high there, and the bar is high. But they know what's up, and they seem to be kind of riding the ship. So we'll see how they do against the Giants.
I have to think this part of Sirianni you actually respect and you agree with it, because I could see you doing something similar. How'd you feel about him after the game using his kid as a shield from the media?
It's such a Stugotz move. It was so Stugotz. Like, I am going to use my beautiful children, as shields. And I feel like you think I can relate to it because you think I would use my children to somehow further myself in my career.
I have no doubt. Yes.
No, I probably should do a better job with that. I put my children in danger to get the job, as we know, which, by the way, for those that have followed the fire issues that I've had in my house with my son microwaving my wallet and Joey thinking it's his birthday every day, I almost sent in a video. It was Joey's actual birthday.
Oh, my God.
On Friday, and the kid just the whole time during the song. So all that practice that he's had blowing out candles in our house, I guess it's panned out.
Happy birthday to Joey, Diana.
Yeah,
Tell him
birthday,
because
Joey.
every day is
Cheers.
his birthday. She's a senior NFL writer for The Athletic. The podcast is Scoop City. I hope this ride down the lazy river was a little more calming than the last time we were on the show. I know you had the one little scare, but there's occasional falls on the lazy river, so...
I credit you. I'm just glad you're here today. For some reason, when it's Dan and Stu, it doesn't work. So
Right, it's Dan's
we'll see
fault.
what happens on Tuesday. I'll see you guys next week.
All right, Dan will be back.
I'll try to kick him out.
I need meds. That's what I need.